The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, I'm Natalia Hall. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks, Jay. In a matter of weeks, the Grand Bahama Power Company is scheduled to increase levy charges to its customers. The stabilization and recovery charge was initially delayed, but now the power company is expected to continue with its plans beginning October 1st. But tonight, a concerned group is speaking out against the implementation of those proposed fees. Jay Philippe has more.
According to reports, as of October 1st, the Grand Bahama Power Company is expected to implement a storm recovery and stabilization charge for customers. The executive members of the Coalition and Concerned Citizens, led by President Eddie Victor, strongly opposes the idea of company imposing further levy charges on consumers.
Should customers take monies that are helping them stay afloat and pay a power company for a storm recovery and stabilization charge? No way. It makes no economic sense that you have all these millions of dollars being poured into the economy to keep it afloat, and then you're gonna put a further charge on it. It shows the heartless nature of this power company.
Victor says the Grand Bahama Power Company, which is a foreign-owned Canadian company, has proven to be insensitive and out of touch with residents and more concerns about the profits.
To try to implement this charge October 1st, that they're dealing with corporate performance, they're dealing with timelines, and what this means, they're trying to please shareholders. Shareholders that most of them are not even in the Bahamas. They're non-Bahamians. So you can only milk a cow so far. In fact, this cow, Grand Bahama, has been drying up. So there's no more milk that you can get from it.
Vice President of the Bahamas Hotel Association, Kirkland Russell, adding that based on his conversation with residents of Grand Bahama, they are in no position to handle any increase at this time.
Emera seems to be a company who is hell-bent on profit, and they have no regard for the people of Grand Bahama. Irregardless of what they say, the fox is in the pudding, and the fact of the matter is, for any company to believe at this time in Grand Bahama that the residents or the customers ought to pay for the loss of your infrastructure is inhumane and wrong to the people of Grand Bahama. It is totally wrong. This is absolutely not the time.
Russell says to implement this charge on October 1st on the island that has to now rebuild its economy shows a lack of compassion.
We understand that Emera would have lost a whole lot of customers, some 300+ in East Grand Bahama, a few hundreds over the island of Grand Bahama, including areas like over the bridge. We understand they would have lost revenues from closing or the downsizing of hotels during this season. But we believe that Emera is still making a handsome profit, and they could bear the burden. And so, like every other business on Grand Bahama who had to deal with losses, some people had to deal with losses not only of business, not only of their contents. Some people also had to deal with loss of families.
The Coalition and Concerned Citizens will host a virtual town meeting on Thursday, September 24th at 7 p.m. on Facebook and Zoom. Victor also offering his advice to customers if charges are implemented as planned.
Pay only your electricity bill and challenge that cost, protest that cost with the Grand Bahama Power Company. But also, we're going to say to everyone, it's time to let your voices be heard. If there's ever time you're going to protest about something, you need to do it. And let's do it with a strong voice. Let's do it with a strong protest to this company and let them know they cannot push over Grand Bahamians anymore.
I'm Jay Philippe, ZNS Network News.
The Grand Bahama Power Company issuing a response to the concerns of residents, noting that the company continues to rebuild in the aftermath of Hurricane Dorian amidst a pandemic. The release adds that at GBPC, they are customers too, and they know that any increase in the total cost of electricity is concerning for residents. Officials say they also appreciate the influence that rising electricity costs can have on an economy. That is why, at the onset of the global COVID-19 pandemic, the SRS charge was delayed for 6 months as a measure of support to customers. The SRS charge is based on consumption and will fluctuate month by month depending on a customer's usage. The charge equates to an average of 1 cent per kilowatt hour for all customer classes, which will result in an increase of less than $7 per month for the average residential customer. The statement says with prudent energy use, customers can minimize the impact the SRS charge has on their overall bill. It concludes that the GBPC team is committed to educating customers on ways that they can better manage their energy usage to minimize any impact the charge has on their monthly bill.